This weekend, we go to a gathering of young Chicago writers and performers, an event called Bomb the Ghettos. It was set up to let many voices come together.
There's no intelligent public life in this country that's appealing. You know, there are things that are appealing, the talk shows and stuff, that aren't intelligent, and there are things that are intelligent and appealing, but they're private. They're in little suburbs or ghettos. And what we're trying to do one way to explain it is we're trying to create a public life in this country, which is dividing itself into ever smaller ghettos and suburbs, which not only is our country divided into these, but each of us, our personalities are divided into ghettos and suburbs.
People have forgotten that the word bomb, aside from blowing up things, is actually a graffiti term, which means to do graffiti, to put up your name, to put up your crew, etc., to bomb. And bombing the ghettos is actually what we need to be doing, bombing the ghettos. As far as I'm concerned, beauty and art needs to be found in the ghettos, regardless of whether we break the walls down in the ghetto. And you know, I believe in the literature of this, but there's a whole dichotomy going on at the show, because there's actually two sides to it, which is bomb the ghettos actually means do graffiti in the ghettos, paint the ghettos.
What we mean sort of by bombing the ghettos is sort of breaking people out of their, how could we say this, professional and personal sort of isolated communities. Even though those communities have a lot of riches, they also have a lot of limitations, and we want to foster a rich exchange. Everybody's got wonderful things going on in their little domain, like playwriting and poetry and journalism, etc. And we want to get some crosstalk going. That's what we need, is the exchange and the sharing part of it. So, and celebration, huge amounts of celebration.
My name's Evie Rage. I'm also known as Spidey. Basically, my particular talent is organizing. I'm here because I knew Upski. I met him because I interviewed him. From there, I met Nick from Young Chicago Authors. Found out about all this going on. Basically, I just facilitated them, like, well, what do you want? What do your needs are? They all have their resources. They just need to know how to hook up with each other. Once that got running together, the other thing I do is I'm an installation artist. So once the organizing was created, then I just designed the space so that there was a vibe and a flow that would help facilitate this breaking out process and connecting with people.
This is the stage. We built it basically last night. And, there was all these people working on it, and we got a lot of help, and a bunch of people painted it. It says "Bomb the Ghettos" on all four sides. This is a propaganda ghetto. That's the Ivory Tower. This is my favorite of all of them. I really think it's cool. All the chairs are facing away from the stage, and they're looking at a blackboard, and this is for the academics. And there's that poem by the poet Castillo about apolitical intellectuals. Basically, all these ghettos that are set up are just like, they're just really loose interpretations of what the divisions in writing are. And like, we want people to think about those divisions and how we can break them down and get them to come together and work together. We all have something to say, and writing is a way to say it and be legit. And maybe not be legit, you know, but it's a way to say it and have people hear you. And so when people write things, they should be heard, and we're trying to provide some way for young people to say what's going on around them and say what the condition of their life is and talk about the world that they see, and maybe have that be a spark for us to get together and change it.
Come on! Come on! Grab a pencil or a pen and write. Yes, I say, write. By yourself, alone, with me or without me, write what you have to say, write what you have to write.
I wrote my first poem when I was 16, and most of my friends have started when they were 10 and something like that. Personally, I thought before I stunk at it, but something just said, write something down, and I just started writing, and then all of a sudden I said, well, gee, this is a poem. This is excellent, and I never stopped. I love performing in front of strangers. I've been doing it ever since I was a little kid, dance class, singing. I also want to be a singer, dancing, acting, so I'm used to it.
So hey, come on now, listen to me. Run to the park, sit on the grass or under that shady weeping willow tree or oak, and set the blanket down and sit your flabby or aerobicized ass with the sun as your light source, or sit under the stars with the crickets chirping and the planets rotating, and use the lightning bugs as nature's ultimate flashlight. So grab a pen and or pencil, write your thoughts, your dreams, your desires, your life, because it is life, goddammit, and it's your life. Come on now, grab that pen. Take the journey, take your stand, and write.
Desensitized. Look for salvation at the bottom of the bottle. I say I love you, but you know I don't. Only you can prevent forest fires, but I like to watch things burn. They're scraping his body off the street. A 6-foot man has been flattened and stretched along 23.5 feet of pavement. Looking at the mess reminds me to order a pizza for later.
By being together and talking about, the world situation and our situation, and, we're hoping that people will come together, and out of this maybe we'll have more meetings and more big stuff, and maybe we'll change the world.